So we are back with our annoyingly long list of questions, and this is mainly about grain-free diet. So I've seen a lot of brands advertise their food as grain-free in bold letters. So is that something I should consider before I feed these guys? And is grain-free diet better than kibble?
So that's a good thing. Grain-free diets basically, I think, have come into fashion quite recently, and it's a lot to do with the marketing gimmick that's there, wherein people are like very impressed with the packaging, with the wolves and the Siberian Huskies on the packs, and with them just claiming in really bold letters about how it's grain-free diet and it's good for your pet, or about how it's a holistic and natural nutrition and things like that. So I think, yeah, it's just in the recent few years that these grain-free diets have actually picked up. So there have been a lot of studies which have been done on grain-free diets, but there's still a lot of confusion and ambiguity which is there. Like, I think in 2018 there was a paper which had come out which said that grain-free diets have been associated with a lot of cardiac issues, with a lot of something called dilated cardiomyopathy, which we call DCM, and other issues in dogs. Then a few years later, there was another study which came out which said that just 28 days of feeding grain-free diet showed proper changes in the heart of the dogs when the echo or when the detailed cardiac examination was done. But again, there was a recent study last year which said that it was the legumes in the diet which was causing this. Probably not the grains as such, but more to do with the legumes or the alternate sources that they're adding. Like, if you see, grain-free diets have more of peas, more of legumes, more of potatoes. So it's probably that is causing the cardiac issues rather than just the fact that it's grain-free. So there's, like I mentioned, still a lot of confusion about this. But let's talk more about why grain-free diets are actually required in the first place. I mean, I understand in humans there are a lot of things about, gluten allergy and this allergy and that allergy. And even in pets, there are quite a few vets who say, your pet has food allergy and this and that. But real grain allergy is extremely, and when I say extremely, I mean like literally dragging it out, extremely uncommon in pets. The most common food allergy in pets is because of the protein source, which is mostly like the animal protein source. So they're either allergic to chicken, or they're allergic to beef, or the protein source which goes into it. It's very rare that they're actually allergic to the grains that go into it. So unless and until your pet has a proven grain allergy, which is very difficult to prove, I wouldn't really suggest you moving to the grain-free diet. So if you still want to feed your pet grain-free diet, I would suggest take a closer look at the ingredients. Like I always mention in most of my posts, first thing obviously is about whether it was formulated by a vet nutritionist or not, what was the research that was done, what are the permissions which they have for the food, the licenses which they have. But when it comes to grain-free diet, I think you also need to look at what are the other ingredients which are there in it. If not grains, then what? If there's a very high quantity of, like I mentioned, legumes, peas, potatoes, then maybe you need to stay a little away from it and you need to stick to the regular kibbles or the regular diets. But if they're using other sources of ingredients in that and they're clearly mentioning what the sources of ingredients are, and you're doing your own research about that, and you're getting a regular cardiac evaluation done for your pet to make sure that the diet is not affecting your pet's heart and your pet is doing good otherwise, then I guess you can go for grain-free diet. But I'd still say there's a lot of confusion when it comes to it about which ingredient per se is causing the cardiac issue and which is not. So until there's more clarity which we get on it, for me and for my pets, I think I'd stick with the regular diets.